What's up, you guys? Today I wanted to do something that I have wanted to do for years, like since 2016. Since my very first Peppermint Candyland Christmas tree video totally blew up, and then that's whenever I realized I was like, oh, they love the decor, so I should post more of that. I have wanted to time-lapse the transformation of this main space forever. We've got the tree out. There is nothing else out except for my magical Christmas music on right now. Just took out the GoPro. I'm gonna perch it up there in the stairs, I think. Might do from a couple different angles and just leave it on. I have never done this. I feel like it's gonna be the most therapeutic, cool thing to watch. There has been some really cool videos that I've done that are like the full transformation of the room. I will link them, you can go check them out, but I think this will be so cool. So if that's something you wanna see, then just keep watching. All right, we've got the tree up. Andre helped me with that. I've got some shopping situations here. I've got the pup. We're gonna switch up our music, possibly a movie. I'm gonna pour some eggnog, but first we gotta go downstairs to get everything out of storage. All right, so let's jump into my storage room together. I get a lot of questions about how I store all of these pieces, so let's get everything out. Carl's gonna help. I had a couple of new treasures that I had just put at the forefront of the closet, so I wanted to see them also. That's what I do throughout the year. I just throw them in the closet, I add them in there, and then I look at them throughout December. We had Carl's little picture of himself, and then I just started getting everything out. So I had some lights, pillows, trees. There's stuff that goes in the upstairs bedroom. We've got the giant Mickey. All of the Christmas trees are stored at the back of the room. Also, we keep Carl's Christmas toys in there, gnomes, wrapping. I mean, for a technically pretty small storage space, because it's just under the stairs, I feel like I do pretty well at stacking everything in there. So a lot of you ask where I keep it. This is where. And yes, it's a lot of things. And I hope that this year I can fit everything back into the cupboard under the stairs. So these are all the Christmas trees. Some are a lot smaller than others. I have a Christmas tree that I keep in the basement. The 2 iMac boxes are filled with different picks and sticks and pieces of decor. We have the squishmallows, like I said, the wrapping. Carl loves this bag. I don't know if it's like the fabric that it's made out of. He's obsessed with it. If you have pups and they love the jute wrapping paper, you gotta comment down below because Carl is in love with it. It's like his favorite thing. He doesn't even need toys. So I started bringing everything upstairs. I tried not to bother Andre this year. Usually he helps me a ton with bringing the boxes upstairs, and this year I was like, you know what? It's gonna be my workout. So I perched the GoPro up where I wanted it to be, and this way you guys can kind of get a bird's eye view of the transformation of the space. So I quickly did also realize though that as soon as the big tree was gonna go up there, that would block the view. So we're gonna have a couple different angles, but you're basically decorating with me in the most literal sense ever. Like, I do decorate with me videos all the time, but this is from beginning to end. So I have this twinkly tree. I've put this out pretty much every year that you guys have been following, but it's usually at the spot under the stairs. And last year we got a gigantic Christmas tree that I figured would go way better where there's more height. So I decided to put it right where that GoPro was perched. And this tree, I love it. It's so hard to find a tree that isn't sparse and see-through. And this one, between the lights and the height of it and everything, it's so pretty. I got it at Lowe's last year. There's a full video about it. It's spectacular. And by the way, I don't know if you can see what's on TV. I don't know if you guys are like me. I always start my, yes, there's 2 Angies. I always start my Christmas celebrations with Love Actually. It's like the beginning of Christmas. So that's always the video, the first movie that I watch throughout the holiday season. And then I just started bringing up the bins for the different Christmas tree decor. And I tried to place the bins and boxes in the area of the house where that would be where it goes, so that at least I had some form of organization, maybe just a little bit, because it can get overwhelming, as you can imagine. So the next morning, this is also part of my yearly routine, I always watch Prep and Landing the next day. So I got up and I kept decorating. We watched, I think there's 3 Prep and Landings. They're really short videos. They're on Disney Plus. They're super cute. I had my Christmas jammies on, had a cup of coffee, and just started fluffing up the tree and going through the process of this big tree. So I already shared the other tree, so let's kind of dive into this one, which was definitely the lengthiest part of the entire decorating process of the house, but she's pretty. So I have this big tree skirt that kind of looks like a Christmas sweater pattern, and all of the ribbon and everything, I laid everything out on the floor. So the theme is gonna be like this elf, Wonderland, chaos tree. That was what I was going for. I kind of wanted there to be like ladders and grappling hooks, and if you've seen Prep and Landing, they're basically elves that like do all the work in their next level, like 007. That's kind of what I was going for, with obviously a touch of like whimsical magic. And to get that effect, you need the curly cues and the picks and sticks and an insane amount of elves, which I just so happen to have. So I'm gonna show you guys how I did it. So the first thing that I put in were these little ladders. I actually made a couple of them myself, and my brother made the other ones for me. You just need some balsam wood from Michael's and a couple small little nails, some paint, and some glitter. They're really simple to make. I'm sure that they're in one of my videos that I've made in the past. And then I had these giant candy canes that are new from this year, which you now know how I made. If you didn't see my last video, I actually showed a couple DIY projects as to how I made these for the pink and green tree. I made these also. They're exactly the same, and so simple and so inexpensive, but very whimsical and very cute. So one I actually decided to like hang from the banister. Like I said, I wanted it next level chaos. Like we need elf grappling hooks made out of candy canes. Like that's to the level that we're going. So I always start with the ladders and the bigger pieces of decor. So the giant candy canes, and then I had these bigger candy canes too that were from Michael's a couple of years back. Very cute. And instead of hanging them from the top, I stuck the bottom in so that they were sticking out. And then I just went through with all the different picks and sticks. I have a lot of peppermint candy cane themes, and the goal is to fill the tree so that you barely can see the tree anymore. So a lot of these pieces are from Michael's over the years. I've collected them over the past, I don't even know how many years, like 5+ years. And every year I just get a couple new pieces. There's a lot of pinwheels in there. And a tip for you is I actually find them in the floral section. Now I will say this year at Michael's was not super exciting. There was not a lot of items up for grabs. So I've definitely found other sources online. I shared a couple this year. I did a big unboxing of an amazing shop online that I found that was pretty inexpensive. Super cool. And then once I went through with like the bigger picks and sticks, I went through with the bigger ornaments. So I have these giant Christmas balls that I found years ago at Walmart, and this year I was actually able to find a couple new ones, thank goodness, from Michael's. So these, the ones that are striped and then the ones that have the green polka dots, those are from Walmart like years and years ago, like 5+, I want to say more, 5+ years ago. I think we were actually in our condo, so 7+ years ago. And then these ones that I just unwrapped are new this year from Michael's, and this is how I made the Mickey Mouse kind of ornament thing that I shared on my reels, and you guys loved it, and I got so many questions about it. So you just need a pipe cleaner. You can use floral wire, but pipe cleaners are kind of softer on your fingers. So what I do is I rope 2 smaller little Christmas ornaments through, and then I have the bigger Christmas ornament in the middle. It makes a hidden Mickey, but it also cuts your decorating time in half because you're hanging 3 balls instead of 1. And I also love these ornaments that I'm hanging right now. So there was light bulbs. They're what, like, they almost look like a big light ornament, I guess you would say. Maybe like just an oval style ornament, but they really match the theme of the Prep and Landing movie, like kind of vintage, retro, elf-ish. Yeah, they're light bulbs. Those are from Michael's too this year. They were so cute. And funny story, Andre was actually there with me at Michael's, and I spotted a lady in line with them. I said, "Where'd you get that?" And she said, "Right there." And he waited at the cash, and the cashier probably thought I was insane because I kept coming back with more as he was paying. And I was like, "No, we need one more." "Okay, wait, we need one more." And I kept going back and getting just ample amounts of different pieces of decor because, you know, when is enough enough? The answer is never. I love these little candy ornaments also. I got those from Rona, which is a hardware store. A lot of hardware stores like Lowe's and Rona. Rona's Canadian, I believe. Home Depot. They have really good pieces of Christmas decor. So, like I said, this is a collection over the years. Don't compare yourself to, I think, like a 7+ year journey of a Christmas tree. Just start small with your collection and build it from there. And it's more special that way. So we're kind of moving into the afternoon evening light here. Like you can see, I've been going all day, changed out of my pajamas, back into my dress. This was a full situation. So you can kind of see that hidden Mickey, how I created that with the giant ornament, like the bigger ornament, and then the 2 smaller ones. And then I just went through with the smaller picks and sticks and any curly cues that I had also. And I tried to push a lot of the focus to the top also. So with this tree, I actually continued it through with the banister, tied rope from the banister to the tree, had elves running down there, as well as putting them all within the tree itself. There's a lot going on in this elf tree. So then I got started on the mantle. I was watching Arthur Christmas. I did the stockings, and then I made my way to the kitchen. I'm pretty sure this is the next day. This is like, I think 2.5 weeks of decorating. There is a lot of love that goes into it. So I filled up the candy, we did the tiered trays. That was a full video in itself that I gave a full tutorial. And then the village. The village is always a tedious process. And this year I actually lifted some pieces up higher than others, added the snow, I added fairy lights. I think my village is at capacity, although I wouldn't be sad if I had like one more piece. I don't buy the Limax pieces anymore. Like that teacup one is completely kaputted. It does not work. It is dead cannolis. So I need to fill, you know, the gaps with the ones that actually work. I love the North Pole collection from Department 56. So we also did the bar cart. The bar cart is a thing in its own. The theme of the bar cart year after year has kind of become this like postal service gift wrap theme. I know it's really random, but it's very cute. And it takes a lot of put a couple things on, take a couple pieces off. Does this go there? No, it doesn't. And kind of figuring that out. So I have different mailboxes. I have a couple elves. I have some Santas. I have that postal service topper thing. This snow globe is so cute. It's from Target. And I kind of raised it on the piece there. There's a lot of love that goes into this. I also bring in some wrapping stuff that I just got these like little pieces of rope and stuff from Home Goods, but I thought that it would look really cute on the bar cart. And I always keep that one Papa Elf for the bar cart because he's so special. I got him at Tinseltown in Ottawa. And then I also obviously store alcohol, martini glasses, and Andre's Manhattan, I think it's Manhattans that he drinks, Negronis, on the bar cart. So that Claus & Co tray at the bottom holds a bunch of bottles, super cute. So once the bar cart was done, I wanted to just go through and show you guys the entire transformation. I will be doing a house tour. I think that's one of the favorites of the season, that as well as the Christmas Day routine, which has already been posted. I love sharing the entire house and just the transformation of it. So I want to show you guys how we went from what feels like a really empty house to the Christmas Wonderland that we have, especially in the main space. So it did take, like I said, weeks to complete, but I love sharing it with you guys, and I will go way more into detail in a Christmas house tour. If that's something you guys want to see, comment down below. Of course, make sure that you are subscribed. Hit the thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, dudes.